Yo, it's me, Macho again. I apologize. Screen is messed up. Well, not even the screen, the camera. But I don't know if you need to hear this. Um, but this ain't really the second part. This is just uh random random motivation, I guess. But yeah, I don't know if anybody needs to hear this. But respectfully, don't pay attention to what anybody thinks of you. Be yourself. Swear. There ain't nobody in this world, in reality, who actually cares about, you know what I'm saying, your work and how much time you put in to your craft as much as you do. You feel me? Like, for example, my music, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get fans, you know, couple people say they like my stuff. You know, I'll remix an actual artist's song, hit them up, and you know what I'm saying, they hit me back saying they mess with it. You know, but in reality, nobody is gonna nobody's gonna really understand and really get how much blood, sweat, and tears you put into that work. Besides you, you know. So, like, when it comes to being yourself, it's like you can't really care what other people is gonna think about how you are. Like, for example, my big problem is I care a lot about how people think about my, like, not even about my characteristic, but about my personality and how I act, especially in public. You know, like, I always have that fear that someone's gonna judge me on, you know, how I talk, how I walk, you know, how my delivery is on approaching someone. Like, there there's always gonna be that certain doubt in your head, you know, but you can't really let that get to you as much as, you know what I'm saying, as you think. Meaning, like, you can't let the negativity in your head get to you and, like, ruin your whole entire day. And I can say that, like, for myself too, because, you know, most of the time, and people, you know what I'm saying, people that surround me can even tell you, you know, when someone says something wrong, or, you know, someone looks at me weird, you know, it throws me completely off, you know, and I I have a problem with that. I I don't like to admit it, but, you know, like, you know, like, don't get me wrong, people are going to have opinions about you. You know, that like I said in the last video, we're all human. We all have emotions, we all have feelings, we all have a thought process, we all have a brain. So that's, you know what I'm saying, that's something you can't really argue with. But when it comes to actually, you know what I'm saying, caring about, like, how other people think of you, you can't really let that get in between you and your your groove. You feel me? You gotta be your own emperor for your own groove. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm the emperor of my own groove. You feel me? You know, you gotta make your own new groove. That's a very big reference. I don't think nobody's gonna get. But anyways, yeah, you gotta make your own. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make your own art. You gotta make your own beats. You gotta make your own anything that you do. Make sure you make it authentic. to where you're the first person to do it. No Soldier Boy. But on like a serious note, like you really gotta damn near commit to doing, and I mean like, like you know what I'm saying, you can have a life, go out, be you, but like it gets to the point to where you damn near gotta dedicate your whole entire life to something that you actually want to do. And of course, people's gonna say, say, of course you got to do that. That's the only way to succeed and dedicate, lock in, da, 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 da. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. you know, and I apologize if, like I said before, my topics are all over the place. My brain tends to race a lot, so it might not sound like I'm making sense, but I promise you, everything it comes together. Anyways, now that I'm off of the motivation, you know, be yourself. Don't let nobody tell you, what I'm saying, that you suck or you're lame, because if you don't think you're a lame and you know you're not a lame, you ain't a lame. Yeah. But um the main reason why I wanted to make this video, I don't know, it's just it, a couple things have been on my head for like a good few hours. Like I ain't gonna get into like personal problems, you know, 'cause that's what actual therapy's for. But uh, I want to kind of continue on to like actual, like the promotion, in Pittsburgh. Pretty much, we need to get our shit together. There should be no reason. Like the last video I made, I talked about the statistic. Well, not even the statistics, but like the population of Pittsburgh and how much we don't really, what I'm saying, help each other, especially our own people, succeed in like any type of industry or like successful field that we're trying to accomplish. And I could say that from like firsthand experience, you know. Even like, don't get me wrong, my own family, they had, as I said before, we're all human. We have our own opinion. But you know what I'm saying, even it could be your own family that don't even, what I'm saying, that hmm, I wouldn't say that they don't, but like it kind of makes you feel, what I'm saying, like you don't have a lot of family to actually, you know, grow around. Like they always say, it takes a village to raise one person, you know? And I feel like it's especially with my family. I don't know if, what I'm saying, you or anybody else has the same like situation, but even, what I'm saying, some people in my family, like I want to actually, what I'm saying, be around them, and I understand times have changed. Like for example, me and my cousins, like we used to be around each other a lot back when we was like toddlers, but now, what I'm saying, time, you know, everybody grew up, and don't get me wrong, I understand that, and I am part of the blame too, because I could also reach out more and like actually, what I'm saying, talk to people, but I also feel like, what I'm saying, the energy, it really don't be there. Now I did say I wasn't going to get into personal stuff, and it is starting to lean to there. So I'm gonna just get out of that. But yeah, with like Pittsburgh promotion, like it's terrible. You got, you know what I'm saying, a good rapper, Rockstar X. You know what I'm saying? He's a good ass rapper. Kind of iffy on payments, but I ain't gonna get into all that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's a good ass, cool ass dude, you know? Of course, he's gonna have, you know what I'm saying, something, but yeah, like he's a good ass dude. He's a good ass rapper. His shit is actually pretty fire. I ain't gonna lie. And I don't really be messing with other people's music all like that. You know what I'm saying? But like his music is pretty good. You know, my brother's PA. Y'all don't really know him, but he goes by the name Glenn Glizzy. You feel me? Like he's lyrical as shit. You know, like we have people in Pittsburgh that can actually make music, but nobody communicates, nobody reaches out, nobody, like we don't do enough pretty much. And I feel like we need to do more than just, go to venues or, you know what I'm saying, pay overprice for production. Like, and that's another thing. Like, I don't understand why most producers, like, okay, I understand, get your bread up. I support that, for real. But at the same time, if you're starting off and, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to get your name out there, why are you trying to have people pay for, not even, like, why are you trying to have people pay for studio time? Like, beats, okay, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Because I have people pay for beats. Like, 30, like 20, 30, you know what I'm saying? Because, let's be honest, my beats are up to that point. To where they deserve that pricing. But when it comes to like actual studio time, people know that I don't really care for, you know what I'm saying, studio payments. Like I don't really care necessarily for that, because if you're really, you know what I'm saying, actually trying to make the song sound crazy as hell, why should you have a time limit on that? Like, make that make sense. Like, okay, you know, you got so and so other artists, you know what I'm saying, but like you can't, I don't know. You know, most people, they always, like, they go by societal rules, you know what I'm saying? It's business. I get that. But to be honest, like, and I'm saying this from here on out, fuck societal rules. Like, I really just don't care, because to be honest, that's the exact reason why the world, it is the way it is today. Because, you know what I'm saying, people want to follow what other people say. People want to follow what if the internet say. Like, you got people on Instagram and TikTok more than actually being social to other people. And I ain't gonna lie, I fall victim to that. You know what I'm saying? I have Instagram. I be on that almost all day. I ain't gonna cap. I be on that almost all day. You know, and you know what I'm saying. There be days where I be trying to, stay off of it, because it's like that's really, especially like with brain rot and all that, like that era. Like, we really we yeah, we brought that to life. I ain't gonna lie. We brought brain rot. Like, brain rot is because of us, my generation, 18 years, and like 2 years, or 1 year younger, or 1 year higher. Like that's '06, '07, and '08. I feel like that's the era where, like, we just, I don't know, like, the era, like the generation before us, you know what I'm saying, they're hardworking, you know, they're serious, a little too serious, but, you know, they still get, you know what I'm saying, they still get shit done. My generation, on the other hand, we're lazy as hell. We always complain, and I'm a victim of all this shit. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? All we think about is getting money. All the men are all we think about is getting some bread. You know what I'm saying? Getting out of you know what I'm saying, our struggles, getting the mama crib, you know what I'm saying, doing all this and that. For the females, it's run up a bag, pussy's power, fucking, you know what I'm saying, I'm just a girl, everything's about me. You know, like it's everything's just fucked. And I don't like it at all. You know, like my music, because I ain't gonna front. I already know everybody's gonna try to put my music against me. My music basically talks about the people, like the people that, you know what I'm saying, talk behind other people's back. Like people. I'm talking to the dream breakers. You know what I'm saying? The people who actually like breaking dreams. The people that's telling you you can't do this, you'll never be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? That shit will never work. Like, I'm talking to those people. I like I'll never, you know what I'm saying, talk about anybody who's actually speaking positive. I ain't gonna front. Like I like even when it comes to disses, you know what I'm saying? FDH, that one was about the kids in the high school. Like, that wasn't about the actual high school itself. I fuck with my teachers, bro. I fuck with my high school teachers, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It was about the actual kids in the high school that I didn't fuck with. You know, like people, and like, yes, I'm talking about, how people always say that my music don't make sense and all that shit, because it really does. It's just people don't really try to take the time to actually listen to it. Nobody asks me, what does that song mean? Like, nobody asks me, what does this lyric mean? What did you mean by this? You know what I'm saying? I never, you know what I'm saying? Nobody doesn't think like that. They always go by what they always hear, Like, they're not, nobody's ready for change. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you that there needs to be some fucking change in this damn place, especially Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh is man, I promise you, when I get big, and I promise you I need to get big, because there needs to be some unity. And I don't even mean just with genders or just with race. I mean, period. There needs to be some more damn unity in this state, because there ain't nothing. I ain't gonna front. And and I ain't just talking about just music no more. I'm talking about in general. Man, you got cops trying to fuck people over for no reason in this state. You got apparently, what's it called? ICE has a treaty with Springdale, so we're getting fucked in the end. You know what I'm saying? All the colored people and everything. Like, there's a lot of problems in this state that needs to be fixed, and it starts with us. Like, it really starts with us. It starts with every individual in each neighborhood: South Side, West Side, East Side, and the North Side. Like, I'm sounding like a broken record, and you know what I'm saying, having brain crashes, because it's like people already know the problems that we're having in the world, but yet and still we go about our own fucking day. Like, that makes no sense. Instead of actually making a change, we just complain about it and then expect something to happen. Nah, nigga, the tree keeper is not coming down here to fix the trees, bro. We have to fix the trees ourselves. We have to plant new ones. This isn't, you know what I'm saying? This isn't just, oh, the world is going fucked. It's the Great Depression is coming. We'll, you know what I'm saying? We'll get back. We'll get better. No, if the Great Depression comes, we're all fucked. I mean, me, you, her, him, bodies everywhere, and I mean dead ass. And it's not even just because of the war. I mean because like we're killing our own selves, especially in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is one of the grimiest fucking states in America, and it's known. Like, we're literally one of the most dirtiest states in America. I can look it up. If you don't believe me, looking it up right now. Hold on. Grimiest states in America. Now, this might seem corny, you know what I'm saying? But, like, it is true. Nobody, like, everybody thinks, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Louisiana, New Mexico, you know shit. But, like, even our history, bruh. Like, our history is dark, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't change our history. Like, we just it's repetitive. You know what I'm saying? Every time I look on the news, especially when I was at my dad's house, and it was even in high school, it was like, bro, why is there so many like shootings and deaths? And then what makes it worse about the news, especially KDKA, is that they either show deaths by black people or, you know what I'm saying, any violence by black people. Rarely anything is any positive about blacks. But mostly every positive thing that they talk about has to do with white people. Yes, Pittsburgh is also racist too. That's damn near obvious. 1 second. Need some water. Pittsburgh is one of the most racist states. One of the most. And I say that because they're not even only about the history and the fact that it is repeating, but it's the fact that like it's being shown to the youth. I'm talking my niece's age, and she's 5, 6. I'm tripping. She's 6. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we're showing that to, you know what I'm saying, the 9th graders, the people that's 4 years younger or 3 years younger, and then we're showing it to toddlers, you know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you think that the future is going to get any better? Like, it's starting with us, and we're not doing anything to change it. If anything, we're just adding on to it. Why the fuck do we have a Pittsburgh rapper dissing a famous Pittsburgh rapper that doesn't even like, that makes no sense, bro. Why do we have someone dissing Wiz Khalifa, one of the biggest Pittsburgh artists in the music industry? I'm not even talking just music. I'm talking about, like, he actually put us up there. as like a hip hop city. You know what I'm saying? And we have someone from here, from Pittsburgh, dissing him. You know what I'm saying? All because of quote unquote blackball. Like, man, that's corny as hell. I ain't gonna lie. It's corny as fuck. And dead ass, and I'm saying this like in pure honesty. You black niggas that's rapping in Pittsburgh and that's trying to diss each other should be fucking y'all niggas should be ashamed of yourselves. I ain't going front, and that goes for Graveyard Shawties, and that's the only group I know. Dead ass. Like, I ain't going front. Like, that's the only rap group I know because they actually, you know what I'm saying, I actually met them. And to be honest, I don't fuck with them either because they're too serious. They're serious as hell. You got one black dude, one white dude, one mixed dude. Like, that has nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to say that. But like, come on now. They're like, people are just too serious now. We get it. You know what I'm saying? Especially me. I get it. I do. Nobody ever thinks that I understand, you know what I'm saying, because I don't show it. But I actually do understand. I understand a lot. You know what I'm saying? People struggle, you know? People, you know what I'm saying, they have lives, they have stories. You feel me? But all that being serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, locking in, you know, that's supposed to be focused on, you know what I'm saying, your craft and what you're trying to do for your life. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't just stay focused all the time. Like, bro, you, especially in the studio, like, you have to have you have to have some sort of character. You can't just be all stiff as fuck. Not even going front. Like, and I feel like that's another problem that I have. It's in music, at least, like in studios, like, they're always serious. They're always fucking serious. You know, like, and then that goes into, you know what I'm saying, studio time, like paying for studio time. Like, bro, you're trying. What people don't understand, is that the music industry, they have no friends. They don't have friends. There's no friendship. There's no actual, you know what I'm saying, bonding in the actual music industry. So for everybody now that's making music, just to, you know what I'm saying, act like, you know, they're just this big shot, you know what I'm saying, and they're better than everybody else. That's bullshit. Like, bro, you're just as broke as me, nigga. Okay, you got a couple hundreds. So the fuck what? What do you fucking do, nigga? Like, why are you why are you trying to kill my character because you want to be so fucking serious in a studio, bro? Like, come on, man. Music isn't supposed to be serious. And that's what people get fucked up. Like, they think music is like, it's supposed to be this fucking perfect, this perfect thing. Like, no, it's not supposed to be perfect. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a difference between it doesn't have to be perfect and it, you know what I'm saying, it can still be trash. Like, for example, Too Slimy. Why the fuck is this nigga's his bass is boosted more than his fucking voice? You can rarely hear his voice, bro. Like that's terrible. The production is terrible. The beat is terrible. The only thing I actually like about the beat is the melody itself, and that shit is distorted as hell. Like, Too Slimy is terrible. Che is terrible. Pretty Fun is terrible. Like, bro, yeah, these SoundCloud rappers is fucking terrible. Like, but back to Pittsburgh rappers. Because I keep going, I keep, like, branching in different things. And it's, like, it's been 30 minutes of this shit. So, like, yeah. Now, like, the last thing I'm gonna say before I go, we need to get our shit together, bro. Like, there's just nothing to it. Like, the, why the like why are we just so up to be like or think that we're better than someone else? Like, why do you think, you know what I'm saying, just because, you know what I'm saying, you got shit going on, why do you think that you like you have more value than someone else? Nah, it ain't even, it's not like that at all. You don't have more value than one person, and that person doesn't have more value over you. There shouldn't be no reason why you think that, you know what I'm saying, oh, I'd be busy, oh, you know what I'm saying, I got da, 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 like, you're, no, that's making excuses. Because the people before us, they can multitask like that. Swear. My sister, like, she's doing four things at once and still managing her own damn house and her own kid. So you can't tell Macho that you're too busy. I don't believe that. But, staying in this video, Macho out.